Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It is April 28th, 2025. So there's a license plate behind me, 777. Not much has been going on as far as my life. Just been chilling. Had past 2 days off. Had a good convo day before yesterday with my buddy. We never did do that group call to get the podcast going, but that's not a big issue because one of the members has some family stuff going on, so keep her in your prayers. Just everyone's got some shit going on right now, dude. Actually, my buddy was talking about it, man. Like, I'm going through my shit. He's going through his shit. She's going through her shit, you know. Everybody's got shit going on. And it ain't even just me, man. Like, I don't know if this is going on with you guys and you guys' lives, but, dude, there has been, like, I don't know, man. Ever since October of last year, my life has been dog shit. And this happened, we had 2 eclipses. We had an eclipse years ago when I was living in Danville, and I sat there and watched the eclipse. And apparently, like, with Native American belief system is like, you're not supposed to do that, it's horrible luck. And I had like the worst fucking luck after that. Like, I ended up getting evicted out of my apartment, moving in with my mother-in-law, fucking COVID hit, jobless, like, my life went to shit. And then this next eclipse happened, and I didn't even watch it this time. I literally purposely slept through it because I remembered right after the eclipse, my life went to shit. And, right after the eclipse, my life went to shit. So it's like, I don't know, I think there's something to that, you know? Whether you watch it or don't watch it, you know? So, I mean, I guess it could be debunked because I didn't watch it this time, but still, it's like, I was fearful when this next eclipse was coming up. I'm like, oh, great. So that means my life is going to go to shit, you know? But, yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys are going through some stuff, or if it seems like everyone in your life is going through some shit, man. I mean, I have coworkers, like, one of them's got fucking cancer. Another one's got fucking, like, a family member died and she'd already lost a family member. I'm like, Jesus, man, can life just chill on everyone? But today's gonna be kind of a loosey-goosey episode. I'm catching up on, like, older conspiracies that I came across and have written down. I need to talk about them before it's irrelevant completely. But it's just gonna be kind of like a mishmash potluck of conspiracy. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get on. So recently, they brought back the dire wolf. Now, there's all sorts of, like, dire wolf talk in general within the crypto community, which is adjacent to the conspiracy community. I mean, conspiracy community, you all know it's kind of like a spider web. Everything's connected. And there's actually, like, footage of, like, dire wolves and stuff in general. So this might kind of tie in with it. So anytime they're doing anything, we all know that we find out, like, after they've already been doing it. I feel like they say, hey, look what we started doing. But I mean, sorry, my back is itching. Like, I have, like, an actual skin condition. And it's hot as fuck. I don't have AC. So, and you guys know this, like, they always pretend, whether it's scientists or the government or military, they always say, oh, we just started doing this. And they've usually been doing it for probably like 50 years, 20 years, 30 years, 10 years. They've already been doing it. But there's been lots of footage and stuff of dire wolves in the past. There's been accounts of dire wolves on Skinwalker Ranch. Here recently, I was listening to Tinfoil Hat, my favorite podcast, Sam Tripoli, and he had on a guest who was talking about Skinwalker Ranch. I want to do a whole episode on Skinwalker Ranch. So this guest basically said this dude was so keep this in mind, because what do I always say on this channel? Like, once CIA, always CIA, you know? This dude is a defector. Is that what they call it? Defect. I think they call it defector. He quit the CIA, apparently. And if he wasn't CIA, he worked at a CIA black site, is what he was saying. And he came out, quit it, and was like talking about, like, kind of whistleblowing on it. He said that Skinwalker Ranch is a CIA black site. I don't know. I know I've done deep dives on it. I know, sorry, I was waiting for that motorcycle to go by. I know I've and we're going to do a whole deep dive episode on Skinwalker Ranch. Something is going on there. And I know all the stories from the original family, listening to old Art Bell and stuff. But there was accounts of dire wolves. There was accounts of skinwalkers, obviously. There was accounts of water babies, poltergeists, UFO, gigantic bulls. Just weird fucking shit going on there. I think it's like a portal. Like a portal. I don't know how else to describe it. I think it's there's a portal there that's like a rift in time and space that interdimensional shit is coming through. That's why I think there's a phenomenon of paranormal and ufology and cryptids. It's got everything. And I think the government stepped in. So it could be a CIA black site, like this guy was saying. But I have done deep dives and shit on Skinwalker, and there's a connection with the Mormon Church, as crazy as this sounds. I think the Mormon Church, first of all, the Mormon Church is shady as fuck, dude. They got connections with Masonry. Joseph Smith was a Freemason. Hell, when he was dying after he got shot, he quoted something along the lines of the widow's son, which is literally a Freemasonic code. Something along the lines of you have killed the widow's son, which if you're not Freemason, you're what the fuck's he talking about? It goes deep, man. And he's got connections with the cult of Abraxas, which Charles Manson had cult of Abraxas connections with. We all know about the book Chaos. And if you don't know about it, there's a 3-hour interview with the author of Chaos. And he literally lays it out on how Charles Manson was a CIA asset, But there's apparently a huge higher up in the Church of Mormon owns Skinwalker Ranch now. And they're doing experiments over there and research over there. A lot of people are suspecting that it's money funneled through the Mormon Church that is going towards research on Skinwalker Ranch. I don't know. The whole thing is fucking weird. And we all know, dude, what was it? Jonestown was CIA connected. What was that cult, man? I keep trying to, this happened the other night. I was talking to Zach, my buddy, and the Finders was a cult connected to the CIA. Charles Manson was a cult connected to the CIA. CIA loves cults, we all know that. So, but anyways, it just reminded me that there's been sightings and footage of dire wolves already within the United States, state parks and shit. And out in the woods. Like, and I've seen a lot of these videos of dire wolves. Just type in dire wolf footage, you know, go down that rabbit hole. Like, dire wolves have been sighted in the United States like for like years, decades, and they're grainy footage, but you can tell, like, to me, that gives it more evidence that it's true. Like, it doesn't look CG to me, a lot of these dire wolf footage shit. But I think they've already been creating dire wolves, and that this is nothing new, that they're just now admitting it, whether it's revelation of the method or lesser magic, you know, of like, oh, we got to admit what we're doing, you know. I don't think there's nothing new under the sun, you know. So apparently what they've been doing is using CRISPR technology, genetically modifying already gray wolves. And this kind of ties in with a story that slipped through the cracks, because I can't cover it all. I wish I could. But here recently, before the whole dire wolf shit that everyone's freaking out about, they created woolly mice, is what they're calling them. And they're literally mice / hybrid woolly mammoth. They're trying to bring back the woolly mammoth. Now, my initial reaction is, I got two initial reactions. As a poor man, I will never get to go see this shit in person. I can look at it on video, but it's just not the same, you know. As sad as it sounds, like, you know, the elites want us all on house arrest, and why go to the Great Pyramids? You could just hop on your VR and go through the Great Pyramids. Well, it's not the same. It's not the same. I want to go and see these things in person. So the first thing that came to mind was Jurassic Park, dude. First of all, I want to do a deep dive episode on Michael Crichton, the writer of Jurassic Park. This dude literally writes about conspiracy shit. Like every book he writes is like conspiracy related. And I don't know if he's getting info from people, if he's a conspiracy theorist, because I know like a lot of, and I've done episodes on like Alex Hirsch and the dude who wrote Michael Bygent, the guy who wrote Da Vinci Code and shit. Like, everyone gives them hate, like, see, they're Illuminati, they're in on it. And it's like, no, these are actually just normal conspiracy theorists like you and me who enjoy conspiracies. And I've stood up for people like that, because it's like, oh, so just because you're interested in conspiracy theories and you want to make a living off of it, now you're Illuminati? It's the toxicity of this group of people. And I'm part of it, sadly, but I'm not a part of their toxicity. It's just, honestly, dude, there's times like when I blue pill and shit, and I'm like, fuck conspiracy theory, dude, because like our group fucking sucks, man. Hang on. Phone's overheating. I have to put it down here. But yeah, dude, our group fucking sucks sometimes, like our community. So, but I do want to do a deep dive on Michael Crichton as far as like, how does this guy know all this shit? And where's he getting his info from? Like, he wrote another book besides Jurassic Park. And everyone said it was literally about like Epstein Island. I'm going to put it down here. I'm sorry if you can't look at my beautiful face. Yeah, we're good. But he wrote another book about Epstein Island and shit, but it was about robots or something. Westworld. That's what it is. He wrote Westworld. I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil it in the comments. I do want to check it out, but everyone says it's like allegory or symbolism for Epstein Island. So, We're going to do a deep dive on Michael Crichton one day. He writes too much conspiratorial shit to not know something. But that being said, it's not going to be like a hit piece, you know. It's going to be like, whoa, what's his connections? Let's see if we find anything weird. First thing that came to mind, though, when they were bringing back these dire wolves and shit was Jurassic Park, man. And it makes me go, like, have the elites never watched Hollywood and Jurassic Park? Don't they know how this story ends? Like, when you start bringing back woolly mammoths, dire wolves, dinosaurs, which in my opinion is just dragons. I don't see the difference between dinosaurs and dragons. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. I think I've talked about it on here before. I believe in dragons, you know. But haven't they ever watched like Jurassic Park or like Lost World or any of the movies from the series and like realized like this doesn't end well? The dinosaurs take over the park, like, and honestly, if you think about it, dude, like the whole Jurassic Park thing, it kind of ties in with Cyber Polygon. Like, yes, it was a storm that blew through, which you could say that storm could have been engineered, you know, like we know they can control weather. But like Cyber Polygon, like everything shuts down, so all the dinosaurs and woolly mammoths would get out. Like 12 Monkeys shit. It ties in with 12 Monkeys, of all the animals escaping the zoos. I mean, either the elites are just retarded, which I do believe they are retarded, like, and they watch these movies and go, that would be a good idea. Let's do that. Either we're giving them ideas, and it's almost the argument of, are they doing revelation of the method? Are they, because that was one of the reasons Black Mirror stopped filming it. Supposedly, and I say supposedly, the guy who created Black Mirror, I'm trying to set this up so it's not overheating. There we go, I'm in the shadow now. That's better. Supposedly, the guy who created Black Mirror stopped making Black Mirror because everything that he made in the show was coming true and it started freaking him out. It's supposed to be coming back, but he needed like a break, and I get that. But I wonder if like the elites, sometimes I wonder honestly, and they brought this up on Union of the Unwanted, which is a really good podcast. It's heavy hitters, man. It's kind of like I always call it the Justice League of Conspiracy. Union of the Unwanted. Go check it out. But I always kind of wonder and agree with them. Are we giving them the ideas? Like, we come up with this dystopian shit and they go, oh, we never thought of that. Because we already know that these people are very reptilian brained and that they have zero creativity. That's why they do the same fucking playbook over and over and over again. That's why they're so easily like predictable, is because they're unoriginal. So I wonder if they use our artistic abilities of like, yeah, let's do that. You know, Jurassic Park, let's do that. Speaking of Jurassic Park, the actual third movie, there's a whole little tiny documentary I watched, and it was actually, I could not help but watch this documentary with a conspiratorial mindset. Like, there was actual drawings and like storyboards written up and like scripts and stuff of what Jurassic Park 3 was originally going to be. Was the military was experimenting not with bringing dinosaurs back, but making dinosaur hybrid soldiers with humans, chimeras. That was going to be the original script, and someone said, no, we're not doing that. And it was crazy. Some of the storyboard art was like raptor dudes, like half man half raptor with like grafted on machine gun arms and like literally like Sega Genesis 90s video game type shit, you know. I don't know if they were just kind of like, oh, you know, we're saying too much of our plans. We can't greenlight this shit. You're saying too much. Let's stick with just cloning dinosaurs. The public can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth, you know. But I mean, there's been a couple movies, speaking of dire wolves. Like, there was a movie called, it was called like Dog Soldiers. That's what it was. It was called Dog Soldiers. Everyone in the conspiracy community is like, dude, you gotta watch this movie. You know, like they're telling us what they're doing, what they're going to do. Of like, basically, it was chimeras, of like wolfmen in the U.S. military, like in the Middle East, like using chimera dogmen, you know, to fight in Afghanistan or Iraq or Iran and shit. I don't know. I tried watching it, but it was so cheesy. And maybe it was just my state of mind at the time, as far as like, maybe I was stoned or drunk or something. But I was just kind of like, this is gay. Like, I'm not watching this shit. I'll try to rewatch it. Maybe we'll do a conspiracy cinema episode on it, which is a series that I got going on to where I'm watching conspiracy movies and reviewing them and shit. But first thing that came to my mind was like, we're playing God. And I believe like the Sumerian text, and honestly, I'm an ancient astronaut theorist. My views have slightly changed within that community, but I do believe that we have been visited, and you can call them fallen angels, interdimensional beings, aliens, because aliens are fallen angels. They're alien to this realm, this world. There's really not a difference between aliens and fallen angels. I'm sorry to piss off the Christian community or the ufology community. There's not a difference between fallen angels and aliens. Fallen angels are alien, you know. So, I believe in a lot of the old myths and stuff that there was chimeras, you know. That we, our creators, the Anunnaki, like, were fucking around with genetics. And I think while they were making us, Homo erectus, from Neanderthal, half God, and created us, human, God man, basically, like, we're demigods. I think they were also just playing around with genetics and shit, man, like making chimeras. And I think that's why you get all these legends and mythologies, especially Greek mythology, dude. There's so much chimeric shit in Greek mythology, like goats with mermaid tails, freaking centaurs, and chimera itself, where the name comes from, is literally a lion with a snake tail and a goat coming out of its back, like crazy looking shit, man. And we've already figured out, man, like, Alex Jones was right once again, like, on the whole pig people shit. Like, China has been making like pig people. And there's this grotesque video, can't remember if it was like half monkey, half pig, but like, it was like a pig person, like this hybrid that someone created like in another country. Someone filmed it on a potato, but dude, it was like horrifying. Like, it literally gave me goosebumps and gave me like a shiver down my spine of like, what the fuck are they creating over there, dude? And I'm pretty sure it was like China, like a pig person. Like, they're fucking around with shit, dude. I mean, we've made goat spiders, which is a chimera. Like, I don't know. There's a part of me that goes, if I was a millionaire, How fucking awesome would it be to like go to a zoo and see the woolly mammoth and see the dire wolves? I ain't gonna lie, and I know a lot of the conspiracy community, you know, like, they're gonna hate me for saying it. I don't give a fuck. You guys know I'm the black sheep of this community. Because I say what we're all wanting to say, but everyone's gotta, oh, I'm a Christian, and I'm against all of this, and I'm evil, or I'm not evil, and if you like this in any tiny little percentage of your being, then you're Illuminati. You know, I'm not some fucking idiot like most of these people in this community. I ain't gonna lie, dude. If I was a fucking millionaire, I would love to go to a zoo and see the woolly mammoth, or dire wolves, or a velociraptor, or I would. And if you sit there and say that would not be cool as fuck to go to an actual Jurassic Park, obviously it's up and running, and the dinosaurs aren't breaking out trying to kill you, but if you're gonna sit there and tell me that would not be cool as fuck to see, you are a fucking liar, dude. Your kids would love it. I would love it. I'm a grown-ass adult, and I would love to see velociraptors and dire wolves and woolly mammoths, and I would love to see all of this shit, man. It was like Lord of the Rings back in the day, dude. But people will clip that, and they'll take it and see, oh, see, he's a Luciferian, he's Illuminati, he thinks this is cool. No, I know the ending of Jurassic Park. I don't think this is cool. It's interesting as fuck. No, I ain't gonna lie, it is a little bit cool. I guess I just don't freak out like all these other Christian channels and shit. I'm not like, ooh. I do think it's fucking cool as hell, dude. Like, to see a dire wolf. And by the way, those little puppies are so fucking cute. And they named them Romulus and Remus, sorry. Romulus and Remus, which, if you guys know, that's based off of the mythology of the two brothers whose mother was a wolf. Actually, that name, Wolf Mother, is a band. They named it after that story. That was the creators of Rome. Supposedly, it is legend, but if you actually look up the history of Rome, they still accept it as, like, actual fucking history. Interesting. Almost like they were making chimeras back then. Kind of what we were just discussing. I believe the old mythologies, man. I think that shit was all fucking real, dude. I think there was dragons flying around, werewolves, dire wolves, cyclops. I think all that shit's real, dude. But I'm a crazy person. What do I know? So yeah, maybe we'll do a deep dive on Romulus and Remus. Maybe that'll be a good episode for when I'm at home with the computer and shit. And I've got so many episodes planned. I didn't think this would take up the whole episode, but yeah, dude. They're recreating dire wolves with CRISPR technology. And we've covered CRISPR in the past. I can't remember if I dedicated an entire episode about it, but we talked about CRISPR before, man. Yeah, dude, I think I pretty much filled up an entire episode. I got about a minute. So let me know what you guys think about in the comment sections. And by the way, dude, my channel keeps fucking growing. Knock on wood. This is fucking awesome. I'm trying to get up to 500 subscribers so I can start making some form of money off of this, so that way I can put it into... I want to make a conspiracy trading card game. And for one, I think it'd be cool as fuck to have conspiracy trading cards. I want them for myself, but also I want to start being able to buy a cheeseburger every now and then, or pay a water bill at my house. Like, I want to be able to... I've put out content for over a decade, and I've made $30, and it's like, dude, it would be nice to get monetized so I can start turning this into an actual business. and living the American dream. So thank you guys for the subs, man. I'm trying to get up to 500. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this whole dire wolves thing. And sorry I went off on a tangent about Jurassic Park, but this is what it reminds me of. Revelation of the Method, all that jazz, lesser magic. You all know. If you know, you know. Y'all have a good day. Love y'all.